welcome to Bitstorm, comedy game design podcast by two guys who know nothing about comedy nor game design. I'm Ben Slinger, and with me, as always, and in the flesh, is Trevor Scott.
Hello, Ben.
Hello. We're sitting across my office yet again.
Yeah.
It's been a little while since we've done one of these in person.
That it has.
But yeah, we're gonna put some video games together in our minds and yours. So I think we're gonna play a little game that we're now calling Clicky Pitchy or Clicky Pitchy or
fucked up Click
Pitch instead of ramped up Click Pitch, because we have
or as I remembered that, because I just did the edit. It was more serious. It was a more serious tone.
That's it, because we have a new source of random words that Trevor has put together into our new bot, and it just tends to be a bit more fucked, or a little bit more fucked, a little bit more serious. You cannot throw them together, or the world will implode. That's it. So we just take one set of words at a time, and turn them into video games. So, Trevor, do you want to go first? Give me a clicky pitchy word.
Presumable auditory agnosia.
Okay, agnosia. Is that not like? All right, go to the definition.
The inability to recognize or understand the meaning of spoken words.
Oh.
And I thought that's actually kind of cool.
And then presumed is interesting, because then that's like, oh, I didn't understand, so I'm going to presume it's this or that it's that.
Yeah.
Okay. I could see an interesting kind of, even a deductive sort of thing or something where, that could be cool.
Along the lines of Chance of Sonara or something like that.
Yes, where it's like, it could be one of these three things that they said. Like, you get most of the sentence, but there's certain words where it's like, I didn't catch that. Yeah. I didn't understand what that was. And it completely changes the meaning of whatever they're saying, or subtly changes the meaning of what they're saying, but that can, so you maybe go back to conversations and you have to select the right ones for what makes sense to actually get the whole kind of scenario to fit together.
Mad Lib style.
In a sense, yes. But I think it's more about like, I didn't catch here if they said above or below, I looked above the window and saw the blood stain or whatever.
And you look and you're like, no.
Well, or it's not until you then talk to someone else and they said something about, I swung with my left hand or whatever it was. And it's like, well, that would have been in a downward motion. So it definitely wasn't above over there. But the fact that I guessed above the first time meant I was assuming this other thing or so sort of having those chains of logic going through, but around this like, I didn't hear what these particular words was. And it doesn't have to be one word at a time. It could be a chunk of a sentence.
I love the idea that this guy's got such a high, sense of self that he doesn't want to look like his hearing is going.
Oh, yeah.
And so he just goes,
Yeah, that's it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Someone told him once about active listening. And that you just nod along and make sure that okay, people pleaser. Or his, just an aging Sherlock Holmes type.
Yeah.
Ear loss Holmes. I don't know. And where, yes, he's not prepared to admit that he's losing his hearing. So you're sort of bumbling your way through these things to solve them. You still got the perfect memory, right? So you can go back and replay and think about any conversation you've had. Mm-hmm. It's like, but I don't know for sure what was said at the end of this sentence.
Yeah.
That's actually quite cool. Because you could have it like animate out or something, like each of the options. You could have sort of little vignettes, not that play out necessarily, but just I'm picturing sort of a scene where, you change what word you're presuming it is, and, a part of the scene switches to represent that.
It's something similar
to it together.
Your, what's it called? That came out, The Rise of the Golden Idol and the sequel, where at the end you had like the cartoony sort of things.
Yeah, that's it. But I'm sort of thinking of that changing as you change it, so you can kind of see what, like, if it's this, here's sort of what it looks like, but then having to make that make sense across multiple different sections that you'd go to in different conversations and stuff.
Yeah, that's really cool.
That's cool. I like that.
It's really cool. You Want to?
Yeah, I've got
me
some
pitchies?
Yeah, let's clicky some pitchies. Blurred pneumonia.
Ooh.
So we generally know what both of these words mean. They're not too pitchy, but yeah, pneumonia I feel like we could just get somewhere. Whether it's about bringing something around breathing, or like having those effects of blurriness as you lose consciousness or something, or elements of that. I could see coming in there.
Mm-hmm.
What sort of setting for pneumonia is like the most interesting? Like somewhere where you
cannot get help for it.
Yeah, well, I'm almost thinking like on like a
or
space station or something, or like Antarctica or something. Like have almost a bit of a Firewatch thing where you're in contact with someone, but they're too far away to help. Or like something like The Martian, right? Like where you're on your own and you've got this fucking, respiratory, disease, that you don't have antibiotics for, you don't have ability to fix, and you're having to struggle through whatever this situation is, whilst in contact with others, but not able to get help.
Now, are you suffering from it, or is someone else that could there is suffering from it, and you're being the dog's body of the doctor on the other side?
Or maybe you find out that maybe you're like asteroid miners or something, and the dust from the mining, it turns out, is like
carcinogenic.
Yeah, like causing these respiratory issues in everyone, that's sort of going through one person to the next. And you're just like, people are dropping off every few days. And it's almost just a narrative thing as the doctor, you haven't been out, you're the medic, you haven't been out there as exposed to it as much. But maybe you start to learn more about it, and you start to learn, oh, actually it is like just some of it in the air, on the clothes, on the whatever, like it's so insidious that you're going to be affected too, even though it's going to take a bit longer to fully bring you down. And it's kind of, I think, solving those problems at the distance of, well, we can't get help to you for 3 months or whatever, because that's the next scheduled.
So all you have is connection to some sort of, not necessarily medical hologram, but just some sort of medical AI that.
Yeah, that could be good actually. And it doesn't know about it, so it doesn't have anything.
It's just saying, okay, now please do this test. Please do this test.
Yeah.
And like, you're going to have to get a sample from the mine and have to go to the mine.
That's cool. Well, yeah, because by that time, like the people who could have got it have all died. It's like, oh shit, like, or they're suffering from it and aren't able to go and get it. Yeah, that could add some real tension to it then. I'm picturing very much this like one of those sort of first person, then you get a bit of the claustrophobia, a lot of the first person animation stuff, because I'm picturing like pulling on the gas mask over the top and seeing that happen and getting that
seeing the HUD come up and all this.
Yeah, it's like, oh shit, I'm going into this mine that's given this disease to all these people, but I have to try to save them.
But then to find out that it's not even from that. It's just something like one of the filters have actually failed, and it's just lit, Legionella or something like that it basically ended up giving the bacterial pneumonia.
Or it's like some sort of alien, like you find it's some sort of alien bacteria or something. So it's not actually from the mining directly. It's like, it's from some other event that happened that you thought was harmless.
Our filters weren't designed for that. So now that you've been out there, like.
Well, that could be interesting as well, because you could set it up that, well, we like did all the tests we could before we made the demand mission out here. Like, our filters should be handling this. There's nothing wrong with them, but it still seems to be affecting it. Like, and so it's figuring out the mystery of like, why is this happening when all the science says it shouldn't be?
Turns out that, this bacteria is so much smaller than any of our bacteria.
Or they're like fucking sentient or something, and they like find the gaps, or they
chewed their way through the filter.
Yeah, or whatever it is. Like, you could have some real, you could have some real like aha moments there, or like, surprise moment.
The bacteria is actually on the macro scale, not on the micro.
They're just hiding. They're just dribbles.
You see, blah, blah. Oh my God, it got through the filter.
It just bang, it just bashes through. It's actually just a mountain lion that got aboard.
But it got into their lungs.
Yeah.
You'd see a mountain lion poke its head out.
Just the face coming out through. Or like you do an autopsy.
You see the throat get this, really, really big, and the mouth just, unhinges, and the mouth goes out looking around, and then goes back down. But then the guy's just like, who has just happened to, is just looking around as if nothing happened.
You do an autopsy later on, and like as soon as you make the first cut, a full-size mountain lion just jumps out as if it's fucking coming out of Mary Poppins' handbag. It's like a non-Euclidean mountain lion.
And it just plays with a ball of yarn.
Yeah, you put that above it to lure it out. That's such a bad episode of Star Trek kind of thing, that it's like it is an alien bacteria, but it takes the form of what we know as a mountain lion. So some sort of oh my God. Okay, Trevor, give me some more words. Give me some Pitchy clicks.
Million grey alder.
Okay, tell me what grey alder is.
Native to Europe but introduced in America is all it says. It seems that
it's a tree.
It's a tree.
It's a tree. Yeah. Okay.
I saw later on type of alder tree.
Right. Okay. I don't know. Is an alder tree a specific
Okay. So one night or one morning, this village wakes up. And they're surrounded by millions. Like, they're now in a forest.
Yeah, they're now in a forest.
And it's just come up overnight. This
is an alder tree, by the way.
Okay, cool.
So, whatever. It's just a normal... It's actually a very classic-looking tree.
Yes.
It's just a tree.
It's a tree-shaped tree.
Yeah.
It's a whole forest.
It's a forest of tree-shaped trees. In fact, there's so many that you can't see the forest for all the trees.
Exactly.
Okay, I like this.
There's something about you going to sleep and you're waking up and everything has changed. Like, you normally get woken up by the sun streaming in through your window.
Oh, yeah.
And you look at your clock and it's 10:30 in the morning. And it's like, you could even show in the start, like, clockwork, 6:30 a.m. You wake up because that's when the sunbeam hits you.
That's it. And I think it's this very, it's this village that farms all the land around it and has cleared, it's plains,
what I love
flat
is
land.
This is olden times. This is pre-technology, so
definitely, or at least early technology,
early technology. Early enough that there's farmlands.
They might have horse-driven, plows and stuff, but they don't have engines. They don't have combustion engines or even steam engines. Yeah.
And I'm feeling a very Stardew Valley sort of talking to people in the town and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, that could be cool. I think though you definitely do it 3D because you need to have that sense of the difference of the surrounding them.
There's something about
either first or third. I could see third person working, almost having a third person RPG.
I kind of combine the two because I always think of Fortnite as a first person game, but it's not. It's a third person.
Yeah, right.
I conflate the two.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Either one. That works fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. And then
there's something about the mystery.
The mystery of it. Essentially, I definitely like a Stardew Valley-ish game, but it's built around
and so you go to the local
Stephen
library.
King-esque mystery almost.
You go to the local library and they actually talk, they've got the town charter and it's this has happened before, 200 years ago or something like that. And it's what happened at that time? And it's sort of spotty because...
Right, that could be interesting. Or just knowing that maybe you discover, maybe it's not just clear 200 years ago we also woke up to these trees, but it's more okay, this town's been here for however long, but there's these aspects of but we've cleared the forests so that we can build our farmlands or whatever. And you see that repeated every 100 years or something. It's but did they not like, wait, hadn't they already cleared the forests before? Like, how did they, sort of having to almost figure that out.
There's something about you start the game and you're sitting on a tree stump.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking as well, like, do you find like one of your, like, you left a plow out there or something and
it's got a tree
through it. It's like,
but so does your house.
Phased into the tree. Oh God.
Your living room now has a tree phased right through the middle of it.
Yeah. Because you're right at the outskirts of town.
Exactly. Like they all lead up to town and you've got one of the only farms on the outskirts and everyone else is.
There's sort of a big clearing and maybe that's like, it just feels like a natural clearing once all the trees are there, but it's like, oh, this is where they first built.
Perfectly circled.
Yeah. So even more Stephen King-ish, like it's almost under the dome, but it's in the forest.
I mean, there's something about
the night forest.
There's something about that. And at one stage you see from above and it's got that, not quite the concentric circles, but you know how if you look at the Fibonacci numbers, like
the spiral,
when you see them in the spiral and all that sort of stuff, it looks like
you can just see that
it's lines.
Yeah, that it's unnatural, exactly.
But it is actually naturally occurring. Yeah. It's that
feels
sort of
unnatural because it's too perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is actually the way that like petals actually get distributed on a flower
or
and all this sort of
whatever.
stuff.
Yeah. I do like the idea of in this pre-technological or early technological civilization that you have to somehow get a bird's eye view. It's like, how the fuck do we do that? We don't have full flying machines.
Yeah.
You have to figure it out. You have to hike up to a mountain or whatever and like, I don't know. Yeah.
Do we even really need to explain what
No, probably not.
What really actually caused it? Does it go away one night or one day, or is it just here?
Well, I wonder, particularly if you're doing a Stardew Valley-esque thing, which then has a lot of just like farming systems and different things, I think you start cutting down the forest and sending other people to cutting down the forest. It's like, the end of it is kind of like, oh, this is just how it goes. And we're starting back and it's going to very much change our lives. But I guess like they now have all these resources in a sense. It's like, oh, we're sort of resetting this forest resets every 100 years. And that's both good and bad because after that amount of time, like, yeah, by the end of the 100 years, they're very much, the village is around farming the plains and like the herds of, fucking wild whatever that comes through. But that all has to change. Now they have to be forest dwellers for the next however many generations.
Because you said Stephen King, all I've got in my mind is you come across this one tree and it's like a lamb has been like, it's still alive, but it's like it's merged in with the tree and it's just sort of twitching there. And it's like,
you can have some horror aspects for sure. Yeah.
It's the most disgusting sort of shit that you've ever seen.
Yeah.
But there's something about it, like, if you happen to be in one of these places, like, as that time happens,
maybe like there's one person who's missing for the first little while, and then you eventually, as you like cut down one of the forest,
you see his leg.
Yeah, like just a small part of him sticking out of the tree. Oh, you're saying okay,
because
you cut down that tree. yeah, definitely. It's like,
it's like, that's not sap, that's blood.
Oh God.
He's dead. He's been dead for quite a while.
Well, it's a while by then. No, of course he's dead, but yeah. How much of him is left? He's just merged with the tree. That's fine. I don't know. And I kind of like the idea then that it starts as this horrific thing. But yes, again, you as you do this, again, there's farming, you're getting used to it, you're changing up the way the town's working and what everyone thinks of it. By the end of it is sort of this acceptance and, actually this is just the natural order of things for where we are and who we are. It's kind of cool.
Is it one of these things of, as they cut down the last tree, bang, they all spring up again? Like,
maybe. That doesn't necessarily explain then why they managed to have all the planes before, or it all cleared before, but because you could bring in technology trees and stuff, right? In that, these people don't know how to work with wood. They haven't had to for 100 years. maybe there are like rusted old machines out in the, whatever that nobody goes there. We don't know what that's for because we've lost that knowledge, and you sort of have to regain it back of, this was like a sawmill sort of.
You regain it now, but you know that it's going to be gone. Like, by the time the next 100 years goes.
Yeah.
Because, really, what this is it's just it's a time loop.
What do you think is a time loop?
And they are actually their own parents, sort of thing. Like, it's that fucked up.
Okay, you could bring that in. Yeah.
Or they're their own grandparents.
Yeah, you bring in, yeah. You could be, 100 years, you could be great-grandparents really over that, particularly if you're in that time, like your life expectancy isn't what it is now. It's like 47 or whatever. And
it's just that it's 100-year time loop, so you don't really realize it. But
okay, that's okay. And then that's just why. So it's not that this thing regenerates; it's that the whole village pops back in time.
Yeah,
that's cool. That's kind of cool, actually.
And you actually are kind of born, 75 years in the future from where you are right now.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's kind of cool. So you're 25 just as you come around again. It's like, and it's happened this way so many times.
Mm. So do things retain in the village then? Is there history of this essentially? It's like
what I find is because the books are just continually going, like they don't get renewed as such, but it's like things just start fading off in the background. Like
right, as that, okay, because that it's stuff that's written in the previous time loop or whatever, it degrades over, faster. Yeah. So they do lose that knowledge again, and okay, that's kind of cool. That's cool.
Yeah. Okay, you go again.
All right. Incongruous Jerboa rat, which is a large Australian rat with hind legs adapted for leaping.
Ooh, okay.
Like a kangaroo mouse.
Oh, okay.
It's incongruous.
So,
where would you find one of these?
What you've said about the leaping legs and all that sort of stuff. I'm thinking, remember the game Jump King and all those sort of things where they're those crazy games where you're just trying to go up.
Oh yeah, okay.
But you're a kangaroo.
So like a rage game kind of thing.
Rage game. An Australian-based rage game of you basically.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
Old civilization, like, the kangaroos and all the nature, they're the only things that have actually survived. And.
I see. So like a dystopic,
dystopic,
as in you,
but it's just
post-humanity.
Post-humanity.
Yeah.
All that's around is just nature, as it is now, going through
ruins and stuff. Yeah, is what I was thinking.
So your kangaroo is bouncing up through a skyscraper, sort of thing.
Yeah. Okay. What would so is it around the fact that you sort of you don't have air control in that way? Is it that you're basically having to estimate each jump and the power to give out stuff and where you can land?
I'm thinking, remember Worms, how you had to sort of work out, you put this much power into it, and it's like, it's very much like that, you gotta hold it down, put the angle, and just...
So I have seen some rage games like that. Like there was that golf one. Did you play that? It was in a jam that had that sort of thing. It can be good. I wonder if we can add something in there. What is something that the kangaroo-ness or the Australian-ness could add in there so that's not that I want to take away from the rage that happens in a rage game, but maybe you can have some features where it's like, oh shit, I'm not going to make this. I can like nullify the jump or like do something that's like, I'm not going to lose as much progress as I would otherwise.
Well, obviously you got to get drop bears and hoop snakes in there because they're classic.
You just go full Australiana over the top.
But only the real ones, though.
Yeah, so
no koalas, no wallabies, just
maybe
drop
you
bears,
can collect hoop snakes that you can pull out of your pouch and like use as a sort of a helicopter to like glide a bit.
Yeah. Classic hoop snake.
Yeah. Yeah, we all know hoop snakes if you spin them around or,
They work exactly like helicopter blades.
Yeah, basically.
It's actually where they got the technology for helicopters from. They are just hoop snakes.
Yeah, little known fact. All helicopter blades are hoop snakes.
But they're petrified.
Yeah.
Because you can only use old ones. Because live ones, it's just not right to use them.
It's just not ethical. PETA will be after us.
Exactly. And they're going to have died of natural causes.
Yeah, because that's the only way that their venom, like, petrifies their body. Exactly. It, like, seeps into their own organs.
Yeah.
And
otherwise, it's just a flop. Have you ever seen a floppy helicopter blade? No, you haven't. So they've died of natural causes. Then you got...
I think drop bears are hazards, though. So they will kill. They will kill a jump halfway through.
Yes.
Which you don't always want.
Yeah, they will kill a jump, but they'll also kill you.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they don't care. They'll drop from the top of the skyscraper.
Yeah.
You know. And, of course, the natural habitat in this new world is skyscraper.
Maybe this is a competitive rage game.
Ooh.
Where the drop bears are coming from the top, trying to stop the kangaroos coming up from the bottom. But once just like once the kangaroo starts jumping, you don't have control. Once a drop bear starts dropping, very little air control.
But the crazy thing is, drop bears are like cats. They always land on their feet.
Oh, yeah. No, won't kill them. I mean, they drop. That's what they do.
That's what they do.
But they have to hitch a ride on the kangaroos to get back up. Or they just find a hoop snake. Just imagining these fucking drop bears coming down from the top of a skyscraper, missing the kangaroo, hitting the bottom. It's like finding a fucking hoop snake and then helicoptering all the way back up to the top.
Yeah. It's just the natural order of things.
It's the natural order. Down and up.
And then, of course, you got the big bastard spiders.
I
mean, they crawl out of any crack.
Yeah. They'll get in your pouch if you're not careful.
Exactly. You've got to be careful. They're big bastards.
From a gameplay perspective, what are they adding? Do you think where like web stuff?
Jump scares.
Just jump scares. This is not a game to play if you have arachnophobia. And no, we don't have an arachnophobia mode.
No.
That's not the Australian way.
That's not the Australian way. I mean, to be honest, most of the animals are actually spiders, just so you don't see them most of the time, because they're always there.
They're always there.
They're always
there. This game is 95% spiders, but...
if we can't be sure that the skyscraper isn't just made of spiders.
Isn't just a pile of spiders.
Yeah. Taped together.
It's the only thing holding it together. Taped together by the drop bears.
It's the only thing that looks like a skyscraper when you film it.
When you put it in a game, it has to be a bunch of spiders taped together.
That's what nanite is, isn't
it? What about when you want a bunch of spiders?
Who wants a bunch of spiders?
No one will ever want that in a game.
It's just dust mites.
just spider skins. We just use their shed skins. Do you want to do one more?
Yeah, let's do one more.
It's your turn.
Pragmatic malted milk.
Malted milk.
So
pragmatically drink a malted.
A malt shop, sort of.
Yeah, the 50
Americana.
Americana. Okay.
Yeah. So there's something about that, but pragmatism, is concerned with practical matters.
Yeah.
So therefore, what are the practicalness of malted milk?
I don't know. It's delicious.
I mean, yes, malt is fucking amazing.
I mean, we're a very Milo-heavy culture, which is,
Here, yes. We don't have the typical malted milk that you would...
No, it's a bit different, I think, but...
Yeah. Because malt is like a really fine powder, whereas Milo is a really coarse powder.
Yes, but I think that's more about it's still malt, though. It's malt heavy, certainly.
Yeah.
Maybe we take it to be the other term of malt, like the spiders we were just talking about. It's about you molting your skin.
So malted milk is actually just
dried
spiders.
It's
spider carcasses.
Dried spider skins. Oh god! But it's just pragmatic. It's just what we have to do.
It's just
practical.
So the whole game is about creating the malt for the malted milk shops,
right? Out of various insect
spiders.
skins.
Yeah.
Ew.
And don't forget, they've got to molt naturally.
Oh, yeah. So you have to farm. You're farming the spiders.
You're farming spiders.
They have to grow enough to need to.
So, of course, because as we've just said, in video games, you can't have a bunch of spiders, otherwise they look like skyscrapers.
You need to program a lot of dust mites into this.
Exactly.
It's so stupid. I mean, it sort of makes sense. It's almost like voxels, you're making it up of dust mites and you just program
dust
them
mites,
all
bed
in
bugs,
a very...
and head lice.
Yeah.
And crabs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll from the crabs. Yeah.
Yeah, those sort of. Pubic class.
Yeah. Pubic class. Exactly.
Not actual crabs.
Not actual crabs, but they do still have that big red weak spot.
Yes.
Flashing weak spot when you go up against them.
Yeah, unfortunately.
It's just they're very small.
It's just their nature.
Yeah.
Big flashing red spot.
All right. I think that might be the end of the episode. If you'd like to find our previous episodes online, you can go to podchaser.com/bitstorm, bitstormcast.com, or anywhere else that you find podcasts on these weird and wonderful internets of ours.
I was just thinking about you go into the wrong hotel at night, it looks like a fucking rave. The big flashing red spots.
It's just because there's pubic lice everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. If you like the song that we play at the start and end of each episode, that song is called Mount Defiance, off of the album Containment Failure by the band Kuradust. You can find it at kuradust.bandcamp.com.
That's right. So thank you again for joining us this week on Bitstorm. I'm Ben Slayer.
I am Trevor Scott. And I'm going away on my hoop snake helicopter.